Go ahead. I'll say it after.
We are live. That's right. We are live. And it is day 2 of Christmas week here at the Wrasslin for Life Network. NXT's kicking off. We're getting a recap of Mandy Rose, one of the most popular people on the planet right now. She's become the Kim Kardashian of wrestling. But we'll get into that. We'll talk more. I already popped them ready. But we got NXT, couple hours. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network, and we are your alternative commentary all night long for 2+ hours of wrestling chat, wrestling coverage. Go tell all your friends we're here. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and I'm just stalling to find the button. But, folks, it's going to be a lot. We got the New Day here in action tonight, and we got lots to talk about. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We are ready to go. And as Roxy is hugging the belt with teary eyes, reliving that wonderful moment from last week, we are kicking off our live stream here tonight. Like I said before the little video, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. This is day 2 of Christmas week. And I am KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, Mr. Every Night, if you will. And I am joined by the What Man, everybody's best friend. What?
No,
Mr.
we're on
Big
day
Nick.
number 2 here. We're your wrestling advent calendar, I feel like, at this point.
Right?
Right.
On the 12th day.
On the first day of Christmas.
Yeah, here we go. I started.
Nick said to me, what?
Well, folks, I hope
Hayes
everyone.
coming out right now. Sorry.
Go ahead. Carmelo Hayes is coming out. Mello don't miss, by the way. And we don't miss here either. Things are rolling along. It's an amazing, happy holiday season here at the Wrasslin for Life Network. And I'm looking forward to this match. We will take your predictions once it kicks off. We will remind everybody we're here all week long. We will be back tomorrow. AEW, Dynamite, Holiday Bash, and then rest of the week we got our award show on Thursday, doubleheader on Friday, and then Christmas is here.
Right.
That's it,
Santa Claus is coming to. I don't know if that's trademarked or not, so I'll stop there.
Shit.
Right.
Well, how you doing, Big Nick? How's your night going? How's it?
I'm doing fantastic. Like I said, on the second day of Christmas, NXT gave to me. No, Mandy Rose.
And we will. I know the chat is already up and live. Keep it coming, folks. Blow up that chat. Let us know what's on your rest of mind. We will talk about Mandy Rose. We may have to start that conversation during a commercial. But
yeah, because she got that money.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, let's talk. We'll talk about that.
Right.
But we have Axiom coming out to the ring now. Tripping me the fuck out. But other than that,
yeah, you can't do that to me on vitamins, folks. You can't.
Right? Like, what is the entrance is hard on the eyes.
Well, even if he wasn't doing all the special effects, it'd be hard on the eyes because you took a kid and just we're gonna make you discount Razor Wing, discount superhero.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I think when you have someone like the Hurricane, we knew what he was, and he didn't take himself, serious, right? In the sense of, he found his niche. But Axiom comes out with like
I'm gonna stop you right there because I can see where you're going with this. They already tried the superhero thing and everything. It already failed with Nikki ASH. So why are we trying it again?
She wasn't a superhero. She was
she was almost a wrestler, almost a superhero, almost coulda, shoulda, woulda actually worked. What?
No, but all I'm saying is I don't want them to make Axiom a superhero, but the fact that he takes himself so serious and it's intense, like, I don't know. It just makes it
this man has a backstage mask and an in-ring mask. Even Rey Mysterio, the king of the fucking mask, doesn't have that. What? Right. Well, we got Carmelo Hayes versus Axiom, by the way, kicking off right now. So give us your predictions, folks. And why is it Carmelo Hayes?
Ooh, I don't like that.
Choose your words wisely.
I mean, I get where you're going with it, Chris. I guess, I have too much of an affection for Suicide himself. So, I mean, we watched him for years, And now to see Axiom kind of in that vein, it doesn't have that same vibe.
Axiom wasn't like the My Rise character in 2K22 or anything like that. That's how Kaz is. I'm going to keep calling him because that's who it was under the suit and everything. Because God bless the algorithms. But he started off as a video game character and came to life. Like this is going the other way.
Right. Well, now we got Carmelo in control with a head scissors on Axiom, but decent start to the night as much as we're picking on Axiom. Victor, you were first tonight. Welcome back, sir. Hope you're doing well.
And that's now, I like that we're now getting a race to see who's first and everything.
Right.
KJ and
make a contest.
Right. We'll have to, we've talked about doing contests with the fans and everything like that.
Yeah, there's definitely things coming our way, especially now that things have changed for us slightly, and we're seeing better days. It gives us a better opportunity to bring more content, more swag, more fun stuff, more games.
It's just we keep it moving. How you doing? Like I've been saying, big things popping, little things stopping, up to something. Season never sleeps, and we just did all of this in just under a year. Still haven't even reached a full 12 months and everything.
10 months. We haven't
kick off into 2023, so 100%. Now, I want to read that. Damn it.
Oh, then click it.
KJ and Big Nick, the What Man Washington. No, I'm Ho Ho Raleigh. I'm gonna try and come up with different Christmas names like every time I'm on. I can't use Brawny the Strowman, the one that I created and everything like that. No, because then it just be people would be getting confused.
Absolutely.
Big drop kick from Axiom for 2 count.
Dun, dun, dun. Carmelo Hayes for the win. Hayes for the win. Hopefully Toxic Attraction wins. Now, what is the future of Toxic Attraction? People are like, do they need another leader? Will they just go on as a tag team? What happens without Mandy Rose?
I've seen people mention Sonya Deville. People have mentioned Chelsea Green. I think I've even thrown out the name of Carmella. Maybe they just go as an actual tag team because then they just end up kind of like Control Delete. That's kind of Hayes
for the Carmelo for the win. Happy holidays, Chris. Steve picking Carmelo because it's time for Braun versus Carmelo. I'm kind of on board with Steve here. I'm definitely feeling that.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's a given at this point. I'm still waiting, for Carmelo to be up on the main roster.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think you want to kind of try and stack this and your NXT show quite a bit. Big drop kick by Axiom, by the way. But yeah, I mean, I know we want to see some of these people moved up, but I don't know.
Well, we are. I'm at least in a commercial break so far. I don't know if I've somehow managed to get ahead of you again. But so do we want to touch on the Mandy Rose thing as, I guess, quick as we can?
Yeah, we can. Now that we're on a commercial, we can definitely talk about Mandy Rose making $500,000 a week.
Yeah, I know I've had people tell me of how that could work as the number and everything. I think that's a little bit exaggerated, what have you. But still, goddamn. Even if it's under that, goddamn.
Well, I mean, again, I think we've seen an influx. I mean, one of the craziest things about the internet era is the amount of money that is being spent on that avenue, right?
Do something strange for a little piece.
I don't understand what happened because last I checked, all that kind of content, if you really wanted it, was pretty much free across the board. However, we got people paying like $40 a month, $50 a month. I mean, I don't mean this disparagingly.
That's that exclusive content. You can't get that stuff.
Right. Respectfully.
With some black and orange and a drum.
Right. But no, I mean, respectfully, I really think it's an interesting time where, I mean, the girl next door is making, $10,000 a month or $20,000 a month. So Mandy Rose, anyone with celebrity status is just raking it in. But then that becomes, it's a hard argument because what do you do when you have that kind of income? You don't care if the WWE releases you.
Oh, why not? Well, as someone who is on the hustle, who very much we have our own little hustle in our own little lane and constantly out here grinding and everything like that, I can't knock the hustle at all. It's interesting how they've had those reports come out of that she knew it probably was going to get her in trouble, and she's just like, fucking send it. I mean, if you're making that kind of money compared to, we've seen it compared to like what Drew McIntyre is making on the main roster, what other superstars are making on the main roster, what her contract was, like,
right?
How are you going to knock that? Like, that's why so many people went up in arms, like the Adam Coles, the Ember Moons, and everything's over the Twitches, the cameos. Christ, even Xavier with up, down, down, and everything.
No, absolutely. I mean, the side hustle matters, and I mean, again, you pick your poison. Some people want to put out video game content. Some people want to put out something else, and that's, I mean, all by their rights. But I mean, again, the Mandy situation, we won't get too far into it as far as it does come down to a contract, not feelings or bias or anything like that. It legitimately is a black and white. But that being said, do keep in mind that 500,000, she might have made 500,000 in the last week. But think how many people were going there to figure this out. It was a hot topic. It was a story. So, yeah, I'm sure she saw a gigantic influx. Does that mean she's going to make $500,000 every week for the rest of her life? No, I don't think so. But that's an amazing number over the last little. Like,
either way. I mean, if you've got that in your bank account, have it. You go ahead. Like, can't knock that at all.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, no, I'm coming back out of this commercial break in a moment, folks. But we are watching NXT. We have Carmelo Hayes. We have Axiom. But
absolutely. Big knee to the head from Axiom. Big elbow from Carmelo. I'm so how to transition here. Are you surprised that guys like Carmelo, guys like JD, guys like why am I blanking on his name? But I'll say another one. Indi, Hartwell, etc. are still on NXT.
No, not at
Cameron
all.
Grimes, that's what I was thinking of.
Not at all, because again, like, you look at the people they're bringing back one by one, and you start looking around and you go, okay, man, even at the time, Mandy Rose moves up. Now she's in heavy competition with like beasts of the women's division and women's wrestling. And, where again, if, Carmelo Hayes gets to be a star, a standout, the MVP of, NXT. However, you run into that issue of, if you put them up, do they get lost in the shuffle? Like, is the show too busy? Where do you fit everybody? And again, you really want to build NXT to being a really sought after show again. This match is phenomenal, by the way.
As we're talking all over, but it's why there was no build up. I feel it's very one sided as to who's going to win it.
Yeah, I imagine. I imagine we both agree on Carmelo here, but Axiom could surprise us. Wow, huge Hurricane Rana. Carmelo Hayes is my pick to join the Hurt Business. Wow, not bad.
Well, if they do bring that back, because we did see MVP show up last night on Raw, as well as we saw Bronson Reed back of, Jonah is back in WWE as Axiom with a crossbody off the top rope for 2 count. But yeah, maybe you kind of do rework a whole new Hurt Business and make it Hurt Business, but not the Hurt Business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like some type. Now, I mean, I saw a video going around today, like a little clip of, where, MVP gets ignored by Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce gets pulled into more important issues. It seems like, Bobby Lashley just got fired and kind of rehired. MVP seems to be getting irritated, and they're pointing it out. They're making it obvious. So is it just the time for MVP to get the crew back together and take over the show? You didn't want to listen to us. You want to mistreat us. Here we are. Now you're about to feel the pain.
Pause. But do they show up and, I guess, fight back against the how we were saying on last night on Monday night, how like the bloodline was kind of running roughshod over Raw like NWO used to in WCW, that maybe somehow the bloodline or the Hurt Business comes back to be like this counter group, this counter faction.
Yeah, I think so. I really think that's the opportunity here where, you know what, they're, they've been overlooked, mistreated, things haven't gone their way, and they've had enough of it. And they come in with a giant chip on their shoulder. And I really do. I think it's money in the bank if you're bringing the Hurt Business back together. What's up?
Hello.
Hello, Jello.
Hello, Moto.
Would Carmella become NXT champ, though? Not bad. I don't think she was it before.
I mean, Carmelo versus God. Wait, Carmelo? Suddenly my brain went Carmella. But yeah, Carmelo should be, if he's gonna stay in NXT, make him NXT champ.
Oh, Carmelo, or it was Carmelo? Okay.
Carmelo, either way, well, both of them should be NXT champ. I was gonna say, I could see Carmelo versus Roxy. I could see Braun Breaker versus Carmelo.
Oh,
Quick with a distraction.
A super Hurricane Rana. Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Both men off the top ropes. And Carmelo's down. Oh! Trick Williams getting involved.
Carmelo off the top rope. 3 count.
Shit.
So by the grace of the holiday spirits, I've somehow managed to end up getting ahead of you on when it comes to WWE programming as well.
So weird. I had to reboot my shit.
Nah.
All right. Mello versus Sammy Uso. Interesting. I think Mello gives me the impression he's going to have a really good match with most people.
Oh, absolutely. But I see, if we've talked about, and I'll outwardly book this, if we're talking about to where Brock Lesnar versus Gunther is going to happen at WrestleMania, and Gunther maybe almost should have dropped the IC title to Ricochet. We had Carmelo versus Ricochet for the IC title, and that's a feud for a hot minute. I'm here with that.
It's not a bad show, sir.
Right. Axiom lays out Trick.
Yep. Oh shit. Well, Axiom's not happy.
Pump in the Axiom chance.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. So Carmelo Hayes picks up the win. If you had Carmelo Hayes on your bingo ticket, you pick up a point. And we move on to the back with Grayson Waller.
Oh, we gotta get a title match tonight. Grayson, he's saying Roxy called her shot. I want my title shot tonight. So we're gonna get, allegedly, accusation.
Breaker gets released.
That man might be showing up on AEW as well. But we're gonna get Grayson Waller versus Braun Breaker for the NXT title.
Yeah, and Breaker gets released tomorrow morning.
Oh, could you? No. Oh my God, could you imagine the promo from Scott Steiner that would be going around social media the minute that Braun Breaker is released from WWE? Shut up and take my money. That might get more views than Mandy Rose.
He dropped some hard Steiner math and philosophy in him.
Hunter, you got a 33 1/3% chance of beating AEW in the ratings when it comes to releasing Braun. Well, we are getting Zoey Starks versus Nikkita Lyons tonight. I know that for a fact.
Yes.
They just advertised that.
A little bit of a grudge match because we did have the heat between Nikkita and Starks, and now we got heel Starks, which I do not hate.
Not at all. Well, it's interesting with me because you had the moments where you had the story kind of come out that she was going to appear on a Monday Night Raw and just kind of instantly, boom, the second she turned heel, she gets called up. And then now she's staying in NXT. I thought she was the odds-on favorite to win the shot at the NXT Women's title.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going back to finally the feud where she initially turned of her versus Lyons.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's an opportunity there for Starks to head towards Roxy. especially heel Starks. So I wouldn't discount that just quite yet, but it's curious. Like, I mean, you feel a lot of people feel that Nikkita's the next one, but is it just not now? Not yet.
Well, can she stay healthy? I know some of these are obviously kayfabe injuries and everything like that, but it seems like whether for whatever reason it be, whether it be storyline, whether it be shoot, whether it be kayfabe, what have you, she always somehow seems to end up hurt.
Right.
So I very much feel like they've wanted to go with her, but I almost wonder if they're getting to a point to where they don't know if they can put the belt on her and she's not gonna. I'm going to use this term, Thunder Rose, and if you kind of just get it and then you turn around and then can't ever really defend it.
Right. After 90-day non-compete clause is up, I suggest Mandy go to Impact and dominate the women's division. I don't think
would Tommy Dreamer.
Right. So would Tommy Dreamer. I don't know if the money is going to be there. I mean, if she's making $500,000 a week, she can do whatever the fuck she wants. But I think ultimately, if she does choose to continue to wrestle, I couldn't imagine. Could you imagine Tony Khan saying, "No, thank you"?
No. Not with what he's already got in the cabinets. No, you get some grade A, fine cut, top of the line coming across there, and you're going to be like, no, I'm all set. Like, no, Christ, you got. But I did like this comment from Tommy Basket. I guess shout out to the new face. Natalya does a lot of risque stuff on her social media. Well, her and her sister on her social, and she's not used as much. Do you think she would be next to follow Mandy? And do you think this will become a trend in WWE? Outside of WWE, it's happened.
Listen, I might get myself in some hot water with this a little bit here, but remember, the views are mine and not that of the channel.
Right.
But I mean, like the natty thing blows my mind, right? Like I thought in my head, and maybe I'm just overthinking this, but when you get a certain level of celebrity or status or success, you kind of pull back from doing, acting like you're, a 22-year-old college girl, trying to get some eyes. Like it to me, I don't know.
I disagree with you.
It's just an interesting time of just pushing the envelope. And that's where you said you get in a pickle where you have an NXT champion. And again, I haven't seen the content, but I mean, if it violates, then what do you do? Right. Like,
well, to my whole issue is if you want to go ahead and get that bag 100%. I don't care however you're doing it, what have you. If that's how you feel comfortable and you're willing to get that's how you get that bag, go ahead 100%. My whole thing is more of looking at it if you kind of know that that's going to cross the line and you go right for it, you're almost asking for it. I feel a little bit. And I'm not saying I wanted her released or anything like that, but I'm saying you take that gamble, and sometimes you do have to gamble on yourself, but you take that gamble of knowing, hey, this might cost me on the back end, what have you, but I'm willing to take that gamble.
Oh shit! Jump start in the entrance. Nikkita wasting no time, so you guys can get your prediction in. Nikkita Lyons, Zoey Starks. Here we go. So the second match is kicking off, and it started in the entranceway.
Right.
But no, and I mean, I'm all for it. It just sometimes it makes me scratch my head of like, I don't know. I feel like we've watched Natty go through a midlife crisis live on social media. Love you, Natty.
I think they half the time forget Natty's there. And speaking, I was going to say,
I feel like
it's somebody else. I wish they forgot who was there and just left her ass by the roadside, who's been under controversy earlier today. But that's a topic for a different time, I guess. But so who you got in this match, Zoey or Nikkita? You got Nikkita or Zoey?
I'm gonna go. I feel like it's got to be Zoey in some type of, heel move. Like you want to build her up as a heel, she needs a heel win here.
Nikkita wins 100%. I like you were saying earlier, and I know I kind of poo-pooed it because of how either whether it be kayfabe or storyline, what have you. She's always got, a bum knee, or she pulls something, or she ends up with this injury or that injury. They 100%. At this point, when you think WWE NXT, especially, you think Nikkita Lyons. I feel like you're getting to almost that point of she's getting there. She's recognizable at this point when it comes to WWE's women's roster. So
absolutely, she's got a big name. She's got a big following. There are some people, not many, that know about her music career. But I mean, there's other avenues she's been down. She's been in the public eye before. And I get it. She really is an outstanding talent. She really is eye-catching. She's not, typical. And I like it. I dig it. And they're smacking the shit out of each other right now, sir.
Right. I've got Zoey right now just grabbing at Nikkita's face. Just, could you imagine you're fighting somebody and they just start grabbing at your nose and like, get off me.
I one time a guy stuck his finger in my eye. my contact ended up on my cheek. I was like, son of a bitch. Just fish hook right there.
You started off a dude finger in your eye, like fish hooking you in your eye, and then my contact ended up on my cheek.
Just stuck. Walking around.
You go get him, Tiger.
I survived. You're no, that's not for us. Howdy y'all, how boss monsters here. Everyone who showed up tonight, welcome. We are in night 2 of the Christmas week.
Right, like I've said before, we're basically your wrestling advent calendar when it comes to wrestling this week, before, Christmas Eve or Christmas and, whatever holiday you celebrate, absolutely, have a ho-ho holidays. What?
Right. Pause.
Tell that to Killer Kowalski. All right. You dig up his corpse and I'll go ahead and tell him.
Wow, dude. I was just gonna be a smart ass, but all right.
I just go for the jugular and no, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Zoey has a new gimmick, so I think they want to push her. Well, that's again very valid point, Tom.
That's what I feel. That's why I feel like, and we already know, like Nikkita, with this. Nikkita's not gonna. People aren't gonna give up on Nikkita if she takes a heel, a tomfoolery pin, right? Like if Zoey does something on her hand, and it does give the opportunity to continue this rivalry, which we're getting a really good match right now.
Oh, 100%. I know I feel like we've been kind of talking over. Back of the head kick, roll up, 2 count. But no, I feel like we've kind of halfway been talking over it and everything. But it feels like this is one of those matches that you feel like should have gotten a pay-per-view or a Vengeance Day or something like that, some build like that.
I think it's tough with NXT, right? Because, I mean, if you're going to have a pay-per-view, you're going to mostly highlight your champions, right? Like, there's limited space. So I don't mind having a solid match by 2 kind of mid-level wrestlers who are climbing towards the top on a free show.
Well, yeah, it's one of those of the roster is only so deep when it comes to NXT, and as far as people that actually have popular drawing storylines going on. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So yeah, no, I mean, I got no problem with it. I mean, if this was for the women's title, oh shit, they busted her top.
Pop.
Things are getting real on Tuesday night. She fought so hard.
Whoa! I'll give her credit for that one. Granted, she used the most devastating move in professional wrestling.
Oh, wait, that was sloppy as shit.
But still, no, she sat there. That's the thing, is that's how it would look. You sat there and you backslide and you roll and everything like that, and then you grab the ropes. 1, 2, 3. So Zoey Starks gets the sneaky roll-up win.
Yes! Called it. Let's go. Put that
now
one
on your favorite girl on TV.
A pause?
Cora Jade.
Oh, yeah. Yay. The bratty teenage girl. He's just a skater boy.
He was a KJ boy. He said, see you later, girl.
Can we get a Darby Cora Jade gimmick going? Can we pull that off?
It's called Judgment Day. Wendy too, looking like a grown-up elf on the shelf, showing up. Wendy who?
Wendy who?
Showing up and just going right after Cora Jade.
Wendy who? That's my.
Speaking though of Toxic Attraction, I've got them coming out. Right
yeah. All on a Saturday night. Toxic Attraction coming to the ring without Mandy Rose. So, folks,
kind of hard when she don't work there no more.
What's that?
I said kind of hard when she don't work there no more.
She don't work there no more. She got fired on her day off. How do you get fired on your day off?
Fired on your day off, Craig.
And all jokes aside, I mean, again, I want to know more. Like, I know people jump to conclusions, but I mean, I want to know if she legitimately had an opportunity to kind of go. Yes, sir.
No, coming up next, I'm just excited. We're getting a triple threat for the NXT Women's Tag Titles. So we're just strap on and strap in. We're getting all the titles defended here, it seems.
Let's go. And then, I mean, wouldn't it be funny if they gave it back to Toxic Attraction?
Oh my God! In the petty moves of just
right.
Mandy.
Well, Mandy's not here.
All right. So your girls are going to win the tag titles after we just took the title off of you. You can have that. Not even what I'm mad at.
Right. Enjoy your website. We're going to give the belts to your friends.
Right.
What? Zoey starts for the one. She got the one. Big one for her.
And only.
Bring it back to Ricochet.
Right.
Who's the biggest draw in the women's division on NXT? Right now, Mandy Rose.
Right now, Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose.
Yesterday, Mandy Rose. Month before, Mandy Rose. Tomorrow, Mandy Rose.
I think now it's what? Cora, Nikkita, or Rock? I think Nikita's got a
yes. Dwayne's showing up on NXT with a
win. Speaking of that,
well, you just said Rock, so I was thinking of like, wait, are you talking about like Ava Ray? Are you talking about Rock doing, Santina Morella?
Where has his daughter been?
Caught up in the schism.
Oh,
I don't want to say it, but you led me to the water there.
Oh, rough.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm back on commercial, folks. I will take a moment to remind everyone out there, we are having a wonderful Tuesday night. We are on the second night of our Christmas week. Tomorrow we will be back for AEW Dynamite Holiday Bash. Cards stacked. Lots of intrigue going on there. We'll find out what they have in store for us. And then Thursday, our first annual For Lifey Awards, the Golden KJs. We will go through a bunch of categories: best male, best female, tag team, moment, pop, botch. We'll go through it all. Who's the most overrated of 2022? Everyone knows who I'm going to vote on that one. But then Friday, we got another doubleheader on the eve of Christmas Eve. We will be back Friday night, and who knows? Who knows what else could happen on this Christmas holiday? But thank you for being here. I hope everyone else is enjoying their wind down to the Christmas holidays and or whatever holiday you may be celebrating. Happy Hanukkah to many of you out there as well. Dom and Cora, Judgment Day. I don't like it. Listen, Cora Jade has not found a way to get over with me. She has not. I don't know. She's green, real green. A lot of people like her. I'm not positive as to why. But when she turned heel, I thought it ruined her. And I really, really wasn't impressed. Like, she comes off like a bratty child. And you kind of just want to walk away from her because she's belly aching. Like, what do you mean I can't have the car this weekend? Like, that kind of shit doesn't get over with me when she's arguing with someone like Mandy Rose or, someone, even with Roxy at times. I know Roxy comes off very young, but she's a perfect baby face. Cora, I don't know. Wait and see on Cora. A pillow fight without pillows. True story. Wendy Chu. When are they going to change that gimmick? Because I think they have something with Wendy Chu. I think she's talented. I think she's creative. And she's doing the best she can with this nonsense. But when does it change? Kayden Carter and Chance for the win. Champions retain. So we're quickly. This is interesting. We're back from commercial, and Brooks and Dunn are talking to Daisy Duke. Awful, awful acting. I really wish they'd stop doing like these acted out scenes. They're shit. Just cut a promo. Give them a backstage where they just tell us who they're going to beat up. Where is that comment? I see it. Sorry, just caught it now. Damien, thank you. Or to Marcus, thank you. Truly appreciate it. Could you ever see Eva Marie manage? Oh. How do you make me hate toxic attraction? Right there. That's how you do it. God, no. Listen, I have no interest in Eva Marie for all the reasons why so many out there do not have any interest in Eva Marie. Fake, pretentious. I don't even know if there's some talent in there. Fans turned their back on Eva a long time ago. Could she come in and be a legitimate heel? Yeah, but I don't think anyone buys anything that comes out of her mouth. Maybe I'm wrong. And to me, people went goo goo gaga over her, but I'd take Mandy Rose over Eva Marie any day of the week. I don't know. I just don't. I have no love or no desire to see Eva Marie come back into wrestling. Where's Dewdrop? Give me Dewdrop. This acting is so bad. I'm waiting for like bow chicka wow wow. Yeah, I don't like these scenes at all. Speaking of another one, Kiana James. Oh, Jesus Christ. Who's producing these? Couldn't we just have a better way to get to the point? Pennies on the dollar, man. Me Ying, absolutely. Bless you. You guys didn't mention toxic attraction when you asked top females on NXT. So does that mean toxic attraction is not relevant without Mandy? Tommy, good point. And maybe a slight oversight on our part. I think they did get kind of swallowed where Mandy was a big presence. And I know we all talked about Gigi was going to be the breakout star. They don't look happy at all. The breakout star of toxic attraction at some point. But yeah, I mean, to your point, we kind of view them as support for Mandy, right? So not a bad shout. We did overlook that. So I think if they weren't in that way, they would have been top of mind. Chance and Carter are here. The baby faces of the baby faces. They must be like the smallest combined tag team in history. Except maybe the Lucha Bros. Ouch. But yes, folks, we have a triple threat for ouch. Not nice, but probably true. Where's Jack tonight? Wasn't my turn to watch him. So, I don't know. Tatum Paxley is there you go. Tatum yeah. They're all very beautiful women, Chris. They're all very beautiful. Gigi is a star 100%. Maybe this is Gigi's opportunity to step out away from toxic attraction. Maybe it's her chance to go after somebody like Roxy on her own. Phenomenal look, outstanding. She's captivating. She's interesting. Little like most in NXT, the scripted parts of the show are awful. Oh, Bronco Buster followed up by a buckle, not a buckle bomb, a flip into the corner. Kayden and Katana all the way. Who else you guys got? Don't be shy. Don't be quiet. Who's taking the win? I think Ivy Niles is very beautiful. I think they're all very beautiful. I like Ivy. Ivy's come a long way, and she was doing a lot of NXT level up matches. And I think she's highly talented. I think there's something there with Ivy. And I know she's a bit on the smaller side stature-wise, but she's so physically fit. She looks imposing, even though she's little. But yeah. Don't see Carter and Chance losing the titles. Hard-pressed. The only thing I thought facetiously a little bit was I'll take Toxic Attraction. Why not? Some people like a superstar for their character, and some people like the superstar for their in-ring work. So this may be why people love or hate Cora Jade. Yeah, I'm not completely sold on her in-ring work either, Tommy. And maybe the jury's still out. Like I haven't dismissed her. I feel like she's very young, which she is. I struggle with her being a heel right now. But as you can tell, my big pet peeve with NXT is everything feels like they're reading a teleprompter. It is bad pretty much across the board. You have exceptions. Cameron Grimes sounds pretty natural. Carmelo Hayes has definitely got his own rhythm. Jacy at times, but I find a lot of it like Brooks and Dunn and Daisy and Katana Chance, or not Katana Chance, Kiana, whatever. It's just all so scripted. It comes off like bad porn. It really does. Like the way those two girls just argued in the bar, you were expecting the music to kick in and the fucking two guys sitting at the bar to rip their shirts open. It's just, that's the vibe you get. Did you see the girl that was with Kiana James in the segment with Brooks and Dunn? No. Doesn't she have an assistant, Chris? I got TA for the win. There you go. I like it. I like it. I like it. Yeah, Ivy is tough. She could be champ. She, yeah, in time. KK for the win. Toxic Attraction. There you go. Damien on board with me. We are in a commercial break. If you haven't made a prediction yet for the triple threat match, we do have the women's NXT tag titles on the line. Of course, you have the champions, Katana Chance and Kayden Carter. I always fuck those names up. Toxic Attraction, and then you got Ivy Nail and Tatum. So if you haven't made a guess, nobody's picking Ivy and Tatum for the upset. I want to see Elektra Lopez versus Roxanne Perez. I think right now we have a bit of a situation with who is it? Indi. Indi and Elektra Lopez seem to be having an issue right now. Elektra Lopez, I thought, should have went up. Now, I know a lot of people were like, oh, that sucks. That's not fair. I completely understand and support the WWE's decision to put Zelina Vega in that spot. Elektra Lopez is not ready or not on that level yet. And I think for me, Zelina Vega did it with Andrade like a pro. Her coming back and not being so over-the-top gimmicky with the Queen stuff and just kind of being that badass, take no shit. I represent, my people, and I'm not backing down. I think she's so much better like that. So to see it play out, I mean, Elektra Lopez has a chance now to develop, and she could be a very imposing heel for Roxanne Perez. I actually see Elektra potentially winning that belt. Why not? Bobby says go Chance and Carter. Lauren's just chatting it up. Like seeing it. There you go. Hi.
You're going to chatting it up. What?
Guess who's back?
Back again.
Indi Hartwell goes one-on-one with Elektra. There. Let's see. I didn't even know when I called it. There we go. I knew there was beef.
Your two girls are going at it.
Right? How did they end up my two?
I don't know, because I know you like Elektra.
I do. I think Elektra Lopez is awesome. I just felt at times where, and again, it's a weird dichotomy in NXT right now, where you have like Elektra Lopez arguing with Cora Jade, but it looks like Elektra Lopez is 20 years older than Cora Jade, and that's not an insult to Elektra at all. It just means like Cora looks super young, so it looks like a teenager being chastised in like a grocery store.
I'll tell you not to clean. I'll show you not cleaning your room.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Well, what do you mean, Mom? I want to go out.
I want to hang out with my friends, but Kayden Carter right now just a house. That's a clever ass move. She did a drop kick in the corner to Gigi when a pin onto Tatum Paxley.
Right? We got the wagon show off going down right now, but that was nice.
It's starting to look like the OK Corral. We got wagons on wagons on wagons.
Hey, can somebody get Nikkita back out here? What's going on?
Have a wagon off.
Pause. Beef stroganoff for everybody. Hey,
what the fuck?
Go Carter.
Could you imagine though? They'd sit there and
no.
30, which they advertised it a certain way, and you're gonna do something like that, and then you turn around and release somebody because of something you view as adult content.
Yeah.
2 count. Gigi with a big ass boot. Now, super kick party. Hate to copy the Young Bucks there, but we end it with
do you know? Sorry to interrupt. I was just gonna say, because based on that move, it was funny because Chance and Carter were one of the only two that just stuck to being a tag team. Like we had Toxic Attraction come in after, but like for the last forever, they just kept showing up as a tag team, and they have really good tandem offense. All the women are down, by the way, every one of them. Who are you taking in this match, Nick?
Well, you took my pick with Toxic Attraction, so I guess I'll go Chance Encounter to take the win here.
There you go. Chance Encounter?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that correctly. That's hilarious.
Right.
We don't really have a name for the other team, but we'll get there.
No, it's called Team Diamond Mine. There we go.
Is it still Diamond Mine? Does that exist? Nobody has even said the term Diamond Mine.
Yeah. Well, big ass headbutt.
Big ass headbutt.
I would still say that it exists. I mean, you still got the Creed brothers, all of that, still kind of rocking it.
Absolutely. Well, folks, we are rolling through this triple threat tag match, and it's been nothing but exciting. Don't forget, like, subscribe, join the channel, get your predictions in on all the matches. Stay till you just told her to suck it.
What?
But go get
Tatum backs off the top rope with a twisted corkscrew for Gigi breaks it up. 2 count. Absolutely 100%, folks. I'll just take that, as he takes a nice little pause for the cause there and everything. But absolutely, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We're your home for everything and anything when it comes to professional wrestling. We're on day 2 of, I guess, our advent calendar when it comes to wrestling for the week. So absolutely, be a friend, tell a friend. I still see about 20 people kicking around right now. So be a friend, tell a friend. Give them the gift of wrestling in their life for the holiday season. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring that bell notification, because we even still have time to know when we're always going to show up. We might pull something out or find some show or somebody will tell us about something. We'll end up deciding, staying on like we did. What was it on Saturday for a 9-hour stream? As Ivy Nile with wow. So Kayden Carter reverses almost like a bulldog choke, like a reverse sleeper hold from Ivy Nile off the rope. She reverses it into a 3 count for the pin. So Kayden Carter, Chance Encounter, end up picking the 1, 2, 3. So the champs retain. It's still interesting to me how the NXT women's tag titles have been treated way better than the main roster. Women's tag titles, it's very much like KJ was saying there, of how Kayden Carter have been a tag team for a hot minute. Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley have been tag teaming together for a hot minute. Christ, toxic attraction, like Tom even pointed out, of they've been teaming together for this long at this point on NXT and already had their run with the titles and all of that, that we kind of almost breezed past them when we're talking about top stars in the women's division on NXT, because they almost look like we almost feel like they're, or at least I do, that they're kind of just a tag team, even though I think Gigi is going to be the Jamie Hayter when it comes to any sort of like NXT call-ups, what have yous, like the women's NXT roster. Gigi Dolin is their version of Jamie Hayter, of that underlying talent that you're just waiting to see kind of break through the cracks there. But so let me know your thoughts on as I cut to a video package. But so let me know your thoughts on Kayden Carter picking up the win, retaining their NXT Women's Tag Titles. I'm trying to remember this gentleman's name that I'm getting a video package for right now. I remember he was on NXT UK and all of that. Fact checkers helped me out there. Oral Mensa, there we go. Thank you. Thank you, NXT, for actually finally pulling up the graphic, because, I tend to talk over their commentary. Because that's right, folks. We are the alternative commentary for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling, whether it be WWE, what, AEW, what, NWA, what, all that. And we're going to exclusive interview with Roxanne Perez up next on NXT. But we are in a commercial break, folks, right now. So I will take this time of, just thank you, everybody. Larry, Bobby, Chris, Lauren, everybody showing up, Steven, what? But absolutely. I like that we're getting now. It's still crazy to me to see how far this channel's gone in just 2022 and still under a year and everything. And we're still got even more bigger things playing in 2023. So let me know in the chat. Let me know with a super chat, what have you, all of that, especially either send it as a super chat or send me it as a comment after this video and everything, of what you want to see us do, like stuff that you want to see off the channel and everything for 2023. We already got our ideas and everything. I want to hear from y'all and see what y'all want to see from us in 2023. Toxic Attraction might break up in 2023. Fair enough. That's not a bad show, but I still feel like 100% that like Gigi could very much hold her own, or at worst she ends up like a Shotzi, a Liv. I hate to say that that's almost like a middle of the road when it comes to the women's roster, but she at least ends up in that field, if not 100% has the potential to be a star on the main roster. Jacy Jayne, on the other hand, that might take. She could surprise it. She could come out of nowhere and everything like that. But I still think it's going to be interesting to see if they do split, what happens with her more than potentially what happens with Gigi. Finally, the great one has arrived. Victor, I've been here the whole time. What are you talking about? I just arrived. No, I'm just fucking with you. But no, you were the first one here, my guy. So how can you say you arrived when you already been here? It's like saying I returned home and I arrived. Jericho Appreciation Society breaking up by Revolution in March. Fair enough. I know we're talking about NXT, but we're in a commercial break, so I'll go out on this. I am so sick to death. I know I've already said it about Jericho and everything, but just even the Jericho Appreciation Society as a whole, I'm so done with that. Even Moxley sat there and came out and said, "Oh, this whole thing's done and everything." And then we turn around and now we're getting Sammy Guevara versus Moxley. We're getting, still this whole feud just will not end. That 100% has been such a anchor that AEW's had to deal with, of any sort of storyline Chris Jericho is involved with. And then I guess by proxy, the Jericho Appreciation Society, which we talked about the bloodline being like the NWO of WWE. Cool. They did the cool things that the NWO did, to where they sat there and just went backstage, from locker room to locker room, beating the hell out of people and, just surprise attacks and see, we run this show, versus the Jericho Appreciation Society, which has just done the uncool thing the NWO did, which was just expand, add that member, just we have so many members and everybody's got to get their stuff over. Tell me right now, Jake Hager with I Like This Hat isn't basically their version of like Buff Bagwell. I feel a little bit. But anyways, Victor saying, Nick, cut the shit. No, that's not my gimmick, sir. Wrong person. I'm just fucking. Bobby, what up? Chris, what up? Lauren, what up? DeMarcus, everybody, Curtis, Damien. I see all y'all. I need a vitamins, sir. Larry, use the vitamins. Take your Flintstone vitamins responsibly, folks. That makes two of us when it comes to the JAS, Nick. Absolutely. I feel like, well, I don't think we're alone when it comes to that there, Bobby. I think 100%. You can notice the shift out, the turnout, the change the channels and everything when that goes on for just way too long and when they're always on screen. I think that's why. Yeah, well, it's I guess the closest comparison I can get to is with like the Elite of they don't want to at this point acknowledge that people tune out versus tune in when they're on there. As I got a video package for Vengeance Day coming up, which we will be here live for 100% because we're live for all the shows. But right now, and I like that we're getting Booker T's the one doing the interview, and they're pointing out like the moments to where Roxy was on Total Divas and everything when she was 13. You still got to remember that she's still, I think she just barely cracked 20 years old or 21 years old. And she started off January 2022 as Ring of Honor World Champion and is now ending 2022 as NXT World Champion. So this woman's been through it all in a whole real quick amount of time. She's very much earned her stripes and is a blue chip prospect to end all blue chip prospects, I feel, when it comes to the WWE women's division. So as much as I know KJ was talking about before about some of the women on the roster still, or at least in NXT, still being kind of green, what have you. I think very much Roxy is somebody that's proven, no, she's just a damn blue chip prospect of, she seemed fully valid, fully credible of taking the title off of Mandy Rose. That's why I think part of even why the whole Mandy Rose release came out of the blue, because it didn't look like she was just dropping the title to anybody. She looked like she may have just legitimately gotten beat for the title, and we thought she was getting called up to the main roster. Unfortunately, she was getting called to the dumpster instead. A-Town Scissors, why? A-Town, what up? Jeff, what up? Hi, Big Nick. Happy holidays to all the fans. Absolutely happy holidays. So whatever holiday you celebrate, even if you don't even celebrate a holiday, even if you're just here, you're part of the cult of wrestling. What? Absolutely. Just thank you. Anybody that spent 5 minutes here, 5 hours here, anything. And it's winter. I'm not going to lie. I live in the Northeast. I know winter sucks. So hopefully you're dealing with this lovely winter wherever you may be as best you can. Right. Bring Toxic Attraction to main roster full time. Ronnie, 100%. I feel like that has been needed to happen. That's why we were even surprised Mandy was still down in NXT. We thought she was going to lose the title to Alba. We thought she was going to lose it to that person, then that person. Christ, I think we thought at one point Nikkita was going to take the title off of her. And the fact that she was still down there was interesting, to say the least. CJ, what up? Our favorite host. What? Nick, yes. What? Do something strange for a little piece of change. Yes, CJ, what up? Oh, we get a little dap it up between Booker T and Roxy. And it's also interesting with that because Booker T's, she came through Booker T's school, his promotion and all of that. And that's what he pretty much helped her get into Ring of Honor, into WWE, all of that. So for that kind of connection to still, and they're playing into it, I dig it. As I've got Apollo Crews coming out right now. What do we think is next for Apollo Crews? He had the vision that didn't come true to where he was going to beat Braun Breaker and be leaving with the NXT Championship. So what do we do now? We're going to obviously, maybe, hopefully, potentially, I still haven't fully seen it fully advertised yet, but we've got Grayson Waller versus Braun Breaker for the NXT Championship coming up. So where do we go here with Apollo Crews? Does he go after the North American title? Does he go after Wesley, which I think Dijak's going after? Does he? Who's left for him to really get involved in a feud with on NXT? What? I like this. CJ, what's up? Pause. Well, right now I've got Apollo Crews cutting a promo in the center of the ring right now. There, what? And he's bigging up Roxy. Okay, interesting. Steven says Apollo heel turn. Interesting. Does he add on the Nigerian accent if he does the heel turn again? I mean, we haven't seen Commander Sneeze Aziz show up in a hot minute. We kind of forgot he was even on the roster. He was supposed to be, I thought, kind of the bodyguard for Cora Jade. So maybe we just get a Sneeze and Apollo back together. Make Apollo Crews versus Dijak versus Wesley versus Tony D'Angelo for the NXT North American Championship. That's not a bad shout for a fatal four-way. I could see them doing it. You do almost do like a chase to the title type thing of like what they're doing with kind of the U.S. title of, granted, we had Seth, we had Bobby going for it. I think there might be Mustafa Ali is another name. So I was going to say, I think there might be another name or two thrown in there to where they're all kind of gunning for Apollo Crews or for Austin Theory. So maybe if you do Dijak, Apollo Crews, Tony D'Angelo, all kind of start aiming for Wesley, be interesting to see. And especially if you get that kind of mix of baby faces and heels, it could work. It could work. If Waller takes on Breaker, he'll be spared. As Carmelo right now is calling out Apollo. Okay. For a man who talks about vision so much, you don't have it. I'm cool with this. It's interesting. I wonder if this is kind of maybe they're almost kind of doing a Carmelo tryout for the main roster, or at least to kind of get him ready for it, of working with somebody like Apollo who's been on the main roster. We're going to do this just still down in NXT, and we're going to, make a storyline out of it. I could see that working, because outside of this is kind of very, I don't want to say forced, but kind of out the blue. But so what do you guys think about the potential feud, or it looks like what we're going to get as a feud, of Carmelo Hayes versus Apollo Crews? Who are you taking in that storyline? What if Cedric Alexander comes to NXT and challenges Apollo? That's not a bad show. I think there's a good amount of... All right. And Apollo's pointing out Carmelo's J's. But I think there's a fair amount of people on the main roster that we need, almost, whether you want to call it a shakeup, a draft, or what have you. I think there's people on the main roster that could use maybe some time in NXT. They need a refresh. They need a different area to work in, I feel. And you have plenty of people, example, Carmelo Hayes, example, Toxic Attraction, what we thought with Mandy Rose, what we might be thinking with Nikkita, Lyons, etc. That could do with going to the main roster and kind of, I'm a peacock and you got to let me fly. You got to eventually kind of, take the training wheels off and see how they're going to work. And if worse comes to worse, you send them back down and you hit the reset button. Hands interrupting Cruz. Yes.
Speaking of hitting the reset button,
Ha!
welcome. Oh no, wait. Hi.
Hi. I was going to say, I thought I was the one who had to hit the reset button.
Right now, what you were saying about Carmelo, and I really do think everyone's going to be at a standstill for a little bit. I think he's putting all the pieces on the board before we shuffle. Right. And that's what I think the weight is. Right now, we got Bronson Reed comes back. Who's next to come back? We're not done with returns at all. We still have a lot of names out there.
18 so far.
I know. We ain't done. And I think now, you look at the stretch between here and Rumble. Rumble itself can bring on, 10 men and 10 women we haven't seen before? Shit.
Right.
Easy.
Well, Pretty Deadly showing up with some gifts backstage for the New Day, by the way.
What are the name of the Swedish guys in fucking Family
Guy? Good question. Not sure.
Fact checkers. What are the name of the Swedish dudes from Family Guy?
Niche as hell. But so it looks like we're getting Carmelo Hayes versus Apollo Crews because we end with them just squaring up.
Yes, I like this. Sorry. Yeah, I got sidetracked with the other stuff, but that's where I was going with it, Nick, is the fact that I think this is a good pit stop. Well, Waller's messing around with Breaker. This is going to be a really good win for Carmelo, right? Like it's another jersey to add to that, another banner to add to the entrance.
Right. But we've got the New Day backstage. And I like that Pretty Deadly's having to use their list to cover up their face as the New Day's moving and grooving. But I think the New Day being down in NXT goes to my point of there's a lot of people that are on the main roster, like you were saying, of everybody's kind of just holding place till 2023. And then we get the mix up, we get the shuffle, right? Maybe after the Rumble, what have you. To where there's some people that could do. Oh, Isla Dawn with the red powder instead of the red mist on Alba Fire. She literally just, hey.
I like that. Hi.
Different.
That's rude. Alba Fire is down.
That would suck. Turn around the corner.
It's me.
But I think that
blindfold match.
Did you just suggest that they're going to have a blindfold match?
That's the funniest.
You better retract that statement as fast as you said it.
Never been a good blindfold match.
Not ever. Not no way. Not no how.
TNA. I think our buddy Vince kind of put it was the death of the blindfold match.
Oh, I hope you're thinking of the same match I'm thinking of because I can vividly remember this match of James Storm and Wildcat Chris Harris. Exactly the little drawstring on their blindfold comes off at one point and it just completely falls off. And so James Storm is literally having to just Mr. Magoo around the ring to try and halfway sell that he's still blindfolded.
The blindfold falling off. There's one for everybody. But Sanity. I like the idea of Sanity showing up. Sanity back to NXT. And you have dark, sinister Sanity picking on the New Day. Not bad.
I'm still interested to see. Well, I'm first curious of where everyone got this whole Sanity's coming back from outside of.
They are coming back.
How? But everybody's gotten this off of.
How?
Let me finish. I'm trying to explain to you.
What do you mean how?
Everybody's talked about it just because of the rumors about WWE signing Eric Young, and because Nikki Cross isn't almost a wrestler anymore.
True story.
She's not almost a superhero, none of that. She went back to actual Nikki Cross. Where else have we seen anything really hinting that Sanity is coming back?
No, but that's the point. You're not supposed to. We don't need hints. We know Eric Young's in the mix. We know Big Damo.
No, we think.
We're pretty confident.
Right, and that's how you get getting bamboozled and shit. Listen, we've talked about this before.
Well, he's not at Impact anymore.
95% of this stuff is all reported by dirt sheets and everything.
He died. Did you die today?
You had that day? You had that day.
I think we start to see UK members coming back soon. Highly possible, but I believe in 2023 they're going to shift to NXT Europe, so that will be an influx.
Well, and especially if William Regal's coming over. Of William Regal, you're about to have your hands full with NXT Europe, because I got a video package earlier for Ora Menso, who is originally from NXT UK. I know me and CJ are going to be waiting with bated breath for when Blair Davenport comes back.
Blair! The most intensely debated
the most anyone has ever given a rat's ass about NXT UK was me and CJ arguing about Blair Davenport.
I really do anticipate a Matt Cardona appearance at Rumble. Now, I will say this. Don't get fooled by some of these wrestlers on social media. They know, just hinting they might be there, like a Chris Masters gets eyes, gets eyeballs.
I'm looking for a gig, so why not shoot your shot?
Why not put it out there? Why not put it out there?
Right.
Slap nuts. I like, man. Maybe we'll save that for Wednesday, but the Jeff Jarrett thing and people praising it is bothering me.
Who's been praising it and what's wrong with them?
My God, listen, I listen. We've talked. We actually see them this weekend, and I don't know why I said listen twice like you're Linda, but
into nothing.
But we literally, I'm a big fan of Bully Ray. I love listening to Bully Ray talk about wrestling. The guy's got a great mind. He completely understands being a heel. He is fire on the mic, even though he said he's the best ever. He destroyed Paul, and
so is Enzo. So is MJF. So let's have a fucking promo off of everybody meet at a certain spot at high noon on a Wednesday, and we'll have Bully Ray versus Enzo versus MJF versus Punk versus fucking Paul Heyman, and we'll just have a promo off.
There we go. I'm down. But yeah, I mean, but I listen to Busted Open once in a while, and man, they're just so full of shit. It's sad. It bothers me. And because they have Tony Khan on their show once a week, they just literally swallow all of that AEW love. And it's hard to listen to at times of like, listen, like, I mean, I've been a wrestling fan forever. And I would never, put my shit up against someone like Bully. But like Dave LaGreca, that man's lost. Like, he's just such a cheerleader. He's like Tony Schiavone 2.0.
Rah, rah, Shishkumba. And you've never, with all the pause moments you said there, have never made me want to talk more about Schism and fucking Odyssey Jones and Ava Rain.
Hey, I asked earlier. I feel like we hadn't seen Ava in a couple
of weeks. Speaking, they shall appear. But so we've got Schism with Odyssey Jones and Social Gathering, not Private Party. Social Gathering backstage.
Social Gathering. And they,
I swear to God, if a WWE shop comes out with a Social Gathering shirt, I'm fucking filing I'm filing cease and desist.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the best. It makes me laugh so much. But yeah, I mean, shit. So now we got issues. I still can't remember their names, but yeah, Social Gathering and Schism have a little bit of beef going on.
Right. Well, I'm here for it. It reminds me a little bit of like Hit Row and the Viking Raiders, maybe, or just kind of like you said. I feel like we're getting a lot of hold in place feuds right now.
Yeah, a lot of
we can drop at the drop of a dime.
Yeah,
and it's not going to really sway anything one way or the other.
Yeah, and I think it's a lot of slow play, right? Because we got time to fill. We got to get through Christmas. We don't want anything. We do, and I hate putting it in this context, but it just is what it is, and it's how the business functions nowadays. Of, oh well, if we do something too big now, and then Christmas happens, so we'll just save it for after Christmas. But then there's New Year's, so we'll just wait till January. So we need to drag people along till we get there.
The one man all wrestling promotions are afraid of is fucking Santa Claus, because he'll show up and just he takes over dominance over anything when it comes to WWE or TV attention, what have you. But so we've got Indi Hartwell versus Elektra Lopez start right now. I like the little interesting
an elevator,
top flight, top floor.
I got an elevator in my house. Here's Indi. Yes, there's Indi.
I was gonna say, don't worry. I feel like quickly it's gonna be and there was Indi.
He's rumored to come back to the WWE. Who were we just speaking of?
Nick Aldis, I believe.
Nick Aldis, yes. There he goes.
We've got I've been on that train.
Yeah,
I've been right plenty of times before, folks.
You think him and his wife are coming back. Now I think
right, and again, I've been right plenty of times. So you heard it here first of Nick Aldis and Mickie James are going to WWE. I'll put it down a solid at minimum 9 out of 10 times, if not almost a perfect batting average of calling this shit. So
Nick definitely fueling himself. So
absolutely. Pause.
But yeah, no, I mean that's kind of what we do here. And I mean, it's funny how it all works out. But yeah, you definitely have the husband and wife coming back. Nick Aldis was always a guy. I was surprised that Vince didn't jump all over. To me, Nick Aldis had Vince McMahon.
Too British.
Right. But I just felt like the look, the attitude, Vince would love a Nick Aldis. So I think
he was actually cutting his teeth then, though.
Yeah. But
so we've got sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to add that people have, when you talk about rumors and such, Nick Aldis just left NWA because it was getting away from, good wrestling. I do not believe that Nick Aldis will go anywhere near AEW for the same reasons, where he doesn't want to end up in gimmicky nonsense. And I think if anywhere, like you said, WWE is his best shot to have really good matches. Nick Aldis and Cody reunite. There's a lot there, and I think he'd be game.
You're telling me. Well, I was going to say real quick. So give us your predictions, folks, for Elektra Lopez versus Indi Hartwell. As I've got Elektra right now, again doing the same spot, same spot, literally matches apart from each other, to where Elektra's clawing at Indi's face and everything.
Right.
But you're telling me, if we are going to do to where we split the titles and everything and say Cody ends up with a belt,
right?
You're telling me Cody versus Nick Aldis for the WWE Championship ain't going to put butts in seats? If you're going to tell me that, you're damn wrong. Accusations, sir.
Right? Accusations. So Rick Ross is returning. Hey, listen, Rick Ross has he's a good promo, man.
Right?
Rick's a good promo.
Accusations.
False accusations.
Right.
Guy makes me laugh, but no, he's a great promo. He's better than a lot of people.
So you're saying in a month time, so Tony's going to offer him like a manager's contract or something like that?
It might work.
Just the name Rick Ross.
We're gonna get Rick Ross for his little bow wow.
What is this? Def Jam Vendetta 3?
Like, that's hilarious.
What is happening? We're gonna get Jade versus. We've had already Rio versus Tozawa. Now we're gonna get Jade versus Bow Wow.
Right. Get the Wolf versus the Wolf.
They're playing basketball.
There you go. Oh God. Booker T just said, "Bring back Wrestler's Court." There you go.
Let's all go to court now. Don't. Reversal into a cover by Elektra Lopez. But what were you gonna say? I stumped. Oh, she got the fucking win on that? What?
Apparently, you said my girls, but apparently there you go.
Nick, your girl is on. Who's my girl?
Right.
My girl. Oh, talking about my girl.
What did she use? She put something in her top of her gear.
Oh, did she got the brass knucks? What did Regal?
She hit nuts on the turnbuckle, folks.
Regal's back. He lent her his brass knucks and say, MJF used these to one, so you go out there and win.
Oh, yeah, and she did the old tuck away.
Went ahead, look smart.
That's it. Elektra Lopez with a big W. Indi at this point is inept. So we're in Problemville with Indi.
Put her with Dexter and just do index. Do the way 2.0 at this point, honestly. They don't know. Honestly, I feel like they don't know what they're doing with Johnny Gargano. They certainly don't know what they're doing with Candice. They have been struggling to try and figure out what they're doing with Dexter. They just figured out what they're doing with Austin Theory. So, I mean, might as well.
As Magnus. Oh, no. No,
gimmick infringement.
Magnus. No, I don't see it. He might not come as Nick Aldis though.
Oh, I 100%. I think that's one of those few that if he comes out there still as Nick Aldis, and it was still interesting. I know we popped for Jonah coming back, Bronson Reed, but as we're in a commercial break right now,
and that's one of my
interesting how that. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just joking. I said that's one of my 9 out of 10, by the way. Jonah.
Yeah, fucking. But it's interesting how the crowd was kind of for it.
Well, because I think the whole situation sucked. That's the problem.
Well, and being Mrs. Sidekick sucks. Look at Alex Riley. Look at Damian Sandow. Look at Tommaso Ciampa. Look at John Morrison. Shall I keep going?
Yeah, I mean, it's not great, Nick. It's a little bit where, like, even the match itself, like Dexter versus Miz in a ladder match, no one gave a shit. They're like, wait, you're fighting over the Miz's money? We don't care.
If he showed up and just wrecked shop and he took out both of them and just the ref called the match and neither man can compete or something like that.
Right. But if it was
way better than being Miz's sidekick.
Yeah, I think it would almost like if it was fucking Dexter versus Theory and Jonah decided to come out because he doesn't like Dexter and drill him and kind of do exactly what he did to ruin a ladder match that mattered, that would have been really cool. To come out and be like, oh, the Miz got a new sidekick. I guess that means Ciampa's moving on. By the way, Ciampa, the Miz says it's not you, it's him.
Right. If you're wondering why he hasn't responded, we'll just leave it at that.
Right.
I like seeing Bronson Reed come back. I hate the fact that he's Miz's sidekick.
Yeah, I don't like that show. Again, the Dexter stuff I thought got really stupid and really contrived. And the sensible people of the world, I think you're like, wait, he was paying you to beat up people. So why can't he just keep paying you to beat up people? I don't understand what the problem is.
Where are you getting money from? I know you got so many damn reality shows. Oh, I was going to use that to segue to Thursday.
Go ahead.
Nick Aldis possibly maybe Ring of Honor. No, they still are struggling to figure out what the fuck they're doing with Ring of Honor.
Again, I don't think Nick Aldis will go for it. Like, you remember, NWA was supposed to be very tight and, sports driven studio show, based on
80s style, go back to the classic pro wrestling.
Yeah. And I think he felt like it ventured away from that. It caused static between him and Corrigan. I think Corrigan did one of those cardinal sins where you never talk to a dude's significant other about issue you're having with dude. It's never a good play. Even if you had the best of intentions, you don't do that. Yeah, here we are, but I don't think Nick Aldis will go anywhere near Ring of Honor. I don't think he'll go anywhere near.
He's too big of a star, I feel, to go to Ring of Honor, and I feel weird to say that because Claudio's a huge star. A lot of people are trying to convince me Jericho's still a huge star, but yeah.
Yeah, but like Claudio comes back to the WWE, goes right back into the middle of the pack. In AEW, he's kind of
you're talking fucking Shark Tank versus Fishbowl.
That's what I was saying about Sasha Banks as well, right? Like, I mean, that's partly where, if she is in fact done with the WWE, I think that would be a huge factor as to why. She wants to be the big name on the marquee. And she knows she has to share that ball a lot more. Like, there's a lot less pieces to the pie, in WWE.
I feel there's more freedom of contract versus WWE helped her get to the dance.
Yeah.
She's not getting deals on The Mandalorian, what have you, without being a WWE superstar.
True.
AEW allows them to go and do that. WWE, everything's got to be filtered through, though, first, because it's a conglomerate. At this point, it's Disney of pro wrestling.
Right. We do have Wesley in the back having a little chat. His face looking beat up.
Yeah, man, it's looking rough.
What did A-Town ask? Did we get that one? Okay, we did get that one. Indi been on a streak. I can see Elektra ending it.
Well, turns out you were right.
There you go. Dale Misfire. What's up, Hassan? Nick Aldis for Gunther would be
we're
great.
getting Sol Ruka.
Okay. Another new lady on the scene that's getting a bit of a...
Did you see her finisher move to where it's like a inside, like inside front flip, like RKO? Like, what the fuck?
Right. No, it's really interesting if she can continue to do it. But yeah, it's quite the finisher.
Well, it's interesting of where they're going to kind of go with this gimmick and everything. Because, I mean, she doesn't really have much personality, I feel, outside of just, hey, I'm athletic. Cool. So is everybody else.
Yeah. No, she is.
She's getting fed to Alba Fire. Well, Alba Fire's coming out here after she got missed in the eyes. So she's still, I guess, cleared to compete.
Yeah, she's scrappy. So she's not going anywhere. Now I have a feeling like she's going to come out for this and it's still not going to go well. Scrappy do.
Her and Butch hang out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, she's coming out here like nothing happened. Like we saw 3 different videos of them cutting to her, of like them pouring water to get that like red mystical powder or whatever it was out of her eyes and everything. Of, they were 100% acting like we gotta, fix this as soon as possible, and we're still struggling to do it. And then she comes out here looking like she just got her makeup just fucking done and everything. She's styling and profiling. What the fuck?
She's in a bad mood, man. But she washed her face off. She's good to go.
And did her makeup.
She's tough.
And
wait, we're not getting a match. Damn.
Here's the dawn. She's putting her hand in the ring steps.
Yeah. Huh?
Ow. Oh, this is gonna look real bad. She got her arm bad like this into the ring steps, and she's all right. Well, that didn't make sense. Physics is a thing, people. So if I put my arm in a thing like this and you just hit the top of the lid, that doesn't like break my arm.
No, it just feels really fucking awkward.
Just vibrates. That's why I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Like, I understand we're not out here literally trying to hurt people, but at least
hit the front of the steps.
Right. Well, and I do like this though, of we've got the whole,
I agree. I like
it. Bray Whitey feel and everything of we've got like the glitchies on the screen, and we've just got
she's excellent.
Laughing. Like we talk about, people say about Alexa being fucking WWE's Harley Quinn. No, that's goddamn.
No, this is
Ramadan.
Yeah, she's come in. She's made an impact. She's made an impression.
It's amazing what you'll find on NXT UK.
Well, that's it. I mean, you're definitely going to have some surprises and some, it's just like old time's sake where, oh shit, this person's all of a sudden becoming a star in front of us. It's excellent.
Yeah, that's very true. As we've got, I guess the presentation of like, I guess apparently on the holidays, I never did this, but to where you'd be bringing your teacher baked goods for the holiday season, but we've got all of Chase U presenting, fruit cakes and, bundt cakes and what have you to Andre Chase.
Yeah. It's funny that they use the censor thing. Like it makes me laugh. So why is Andre Chase being addicted? So we're getting a heel turn from Andre over. We've watched this kind of the demise of Andre Chase.
Does Chase just become a heel? I'm so interested with it because I still feel like Dave Hudson's playing a part in this because they're focused so much on him.
Right. But I mean, like you said, it's kind of a goofy gimmick, but it's working.
They've become a constant feature on NXT. Of you tune in NXT and you're getting a Chase U segment at some point.
Chase U. So Waller
Chase U Christmas party. Wrasslin for Life Christmas week. What?
Yes. Day 2, back tomorrow. Day 3, the AEW Dynamite Holiday Bash. So yeah, we're not stopping. And I think you were going to use Victor's comment about the year end.
No. Now I gotta try and find it. Now I gotta try and find it. And it was Lauren talking about a year end in review and everything. So I'll just read it from memory here. But that's what we got coming up on Thursday. Number one professor Andre Chase of what Duke Hudson gives Chase as a gift there. A plaque saying number one professor. But yes, our year end review. We already did our half year awards and everything with the inaugural Golden KJs. So now we get our full year-end review, year-end wrap-up, year-end synopsis, season ender, season finale, what have you, however you want to look at it, on Thursday for our version of, the Slammies, what have you, the Grammys, the Academy Awards, the 2022 Golden KJs.
It's going to be fun, folks, and we like to have a party, so it's going to be that feel-good.
Dressed to the nines. This is a black tie affair.
Right, we're going to be, bringing the heat, and we're looking forward to going through some of the memories of 2022. I will say it has to be one of the most eventful years of wrestling we've had in quite a while.
Oh, for real. I'm literally I was looking back at stuff, and I'm like, wait, that happened in the same. No, wait, that happened too? No, stuff that at this point feels like.
And it ends up being
a year away. It's like, wow, no, that happened all in the same year.
What the if you weren't paying attention and you just came across this, would you not think you just stumbled on like I
know where you're going, don't say it.
Come on, am I wrong?
No, you're not
Who's
wrong.
The assistant?
You need to announce it. You're just saying what everyone's thinking.
Well, that's kind of what we do here.
I know. I'm just fucking.
Who's the assistant just popping out of her top? Like, why?
What?
Who is she?
Just how do you get lower than Kiana James? What?
3-1. Actually, the name would be Wendy Chu, not Windy Chu. Still,
needs to blow the fuck away like some wind.
There was a pause in there, and nope, I didn't do it. But I've met Sam Shaw. That's awesome, Lauren. I'm a big fan of both gentlemen, and I think they could do better with them.
Did you just say of both gentlemen?
Yeah, technically.
Fair enough. I give you that.
We'll play some kayfabe.
Right, go full kayfabe. They're brothers. Where's Elrod?
Right. Hey guys, I got my DVR for my help.
Okie dokie.
Sounds good, son.
Funny thing about DVR, if you put it in reverse, it's R.
That's just nonsense.
Fuck it, that was just nonsense. So
how do you answer? Yeah, in kind. But yeah, AEW, she will have to be sharing with Pate. No. She overshadows Paige by a mile.
I was gonna say, you mean Saraya? If anything, she's sharing with Jamie Hayter, or she's sharing with Britt Baker. She ain't sharing shit with Saraya. The most we're gonna get is a special hug it out moment of, oh, see, we're in the same company together, and you thought you ended my career, but see, I'm still flying. That's where we're gonna go with that.
Yeah, no, I mean it's listen, I was a really big fan, and I think Paige is one of the best. Was right. I was. Saraya, not so much. I'm not really enjoying Saraya. They haven't really. I don't know what it is. They keep rinsing and repeating, kind of how things go. I don't know how to feel, but diehard fan of Paige, not really happy with Saraya. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, we caught up almost. New version of Riddle, but a girl. Okay.
Okie dokie. Well, no, as you're saying about catching up and everything, I was going to just say, folks, if we missed any of your comments or anything like that, or anything that you really want to get across to us, or you're feeling the Usi holiday spirit and all of that and everything, we do also still have, the super chat, the super stickers, all of that and everything. So you can make sure we get to your comments instead of, trying to touch on what we can here.
Right. Waiting through the traffic. But I mean, keep the chat going. We love when it's blowing up. And it's my favorite. Yeah, Jason jumping on the Isla Dawn. train real quick. So yeah, I'm right there with you, Jason. Huge fan.
Why am I the only one that every time I hear Isla, I think of fucking Isla Sorna, the fucking island
every time
from,
I hear
Jurassic Park and shit like that?
I literally, my head goes to fucking Elsa. I want it just feels.
Let it go, let it go. That's what she did. She said. Earlier today, we're showing Drew Gulak training with who in the Rudy Blue? How is this?
I'm coming out of the commercial. Fela Hanley and Kiana James. The winner gets
Fala Henry.
Well, I don't even know what's happening here. Oh, they're wrestling for the
Fallon Henry or Fala.
Fallon. Is it not Fallon, not Fella?
Yes, it's Fallon Henry.
Okay.
So we've got discount Seth Rogen watching his buddy train with Drew Gulak. So I'm glad to see Drew Gulak still getting work, still on the roster. Wish they were doing something more with him instead of basically he's the 2K22 tutorial come to life.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's going to maybe give Al Borland here some tips.
Al Borland. Funny thing is you said that, and I was like, that's probably his actual fucking name.
That's probably his real name.
All right. I was like, that's his ring name. I don't like
Icky Al Borland.
Hank the Tank.
Hank the Tank. So I guess it was just enhancement talent that he was originally working with that he's completely forgot about now that the big.
I like his name. Big Hank Hill.
Big Hank Hill. What, Bobby? No.
But so what do we do if someone botches a move? We ask them politely to leave. Worst match in WWE history: Al Snow versus Big Boss Man, Dog Kennel, Hell in a Cell match. The Kennel in a Hell. Or Kennel
I still feel like there's worse. I still feel like there's worse.
Oh, there's probably very much worse, but that's still poor. What was it? Coco or whatever, to where Boss Man, Boss Man was just the ultimate prick for a while. He sat there and he fed Al Snow his dog. He sat there and showed up at big shows.
That was one of the craziest shit ever. Big Show being dragged on a coffin.
Right.
And now we talk about wrestling nowadays. We can't do shit.
Sorry about your daddy.
Right? That's why you need that shit. You got to watch that and go, this is outlandish, but man, I want to watch more. Yeah, and that's where they got to get back to.
We're also comparing like a decade apart, though. That's the thing. Is people of our vintage and everything look at the Attitude Era and think it was like 2 years ago. Like, no, that's like a decade plus away.
It was way so long ago. It's sad.
Yeah.
Pepper.
Actually, shit, decade is fucking
Pepper
Ruthless Aggression. We're talking 20 easy, if not beyond. Like,
no, we're going back to 99, my friend.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's Roxy was the literally crazy fact of she was the first person to have a match on SmackDown that or win a match on SmackDown or something like that. That was before after it had already been on air.
Yeah, no, that's insane, right? Like she was, we're watching athletes now that were born 2000 and later.
Right.
And, right. Like, you're literally going back a time when you look at, 95 to 99.
Yeah, you get them pepper. There we go. Thank you, Larry. Just needed some salt. But we've got Brooks and Jensen, Brooks and Dunn versus NXT versus New Day coming up on NXT for the NXT, Tag Team Championships. What am I agreeing with you, Vic?
That's what it is. Nick asking for a programming change.
Guys, why not do the show Saturday instead of Thursday since there's no pay-per-view Saturday?
Because Ho-Ho's coming to town.
Right. We can re-air it if you want to tune in on a Saturday instead of a Thursday, Vic.
Right. Good one, Victor. What's this one? By the way, the New Day and Brooks and Jensen are in the ring. If you want to make a prediction, get it in. Let us know.
Gotta go right now. What?
They're huge. They're way bigger than the New Day. Interesting.
Well, they've been. That's the thing is, I feel like at this point we've kind of gotten some established people on NXT, so now it's interesting to see even guys like Brooks and Jensen, like even Pretty Deadly, of they could be with the maximum male models and all of that, to see when this kind of crop, that's kind of the, I guess, the NXT 2.0 era, when that really kind of comes to fruition on the main roster. Because like you said, you don't realize with some of these guys until you start putting them in the ring. Like, I think that's part of why we're getting Carmelo versus Apollo. You have Carmelo, who's been just working with guys on NXT. Now he's working with a guy who's been on the main roster, was in a WrestleMania match with Big E. Now you've got Brooks and Jensen having a match with the New Day of, one of the most established, clear-cut Hall of Famers when it comes to pro wrestling.
Well, I mean, again, and you elevate your talent. And what happens in this moment is you got Brooks and Jensen. If they were fighting, the Creeds right now, we would probably be noticing, like, oh, did you notice that, kind of misstep?
We'd probably be talking about something else.
Maybe, right? But now here, you just you're highlighting the talent. You play to their strengths, and you got veterans in there. So it's good.
Right. Well, shout out the Kentucky Waterfall there in the ring, by the way. The lovely mullet. But so
it's a curly mullet. It's the next level.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of flow to it.
We're getting a little scroll there for NXT Vengeance Day. And is it interesting to you that they're spreading beyond just Full Sail, that they're now going back, traveling?
No.
Fair enough.
Because I think once you get back out on the road, I mean, I think that was one of the things before where, NXT would go places and you get really amazing shows, right? Like, send NXT back over to the UK, let's get the bigger crowds. I think for me, one of the biggest things that hold me back from NXT kind of feeling like a better wrestling show is this studio audience shit. Like this tight Nickelodeon, fucking
Universal TNA.
Yeah, I want to see them go. Like, put them back at Barclays. See if they can sell it out again. Like,
well, that's the thing is 100% of you need to get that. If you stay at Full Sail the whole time, I feel like eventually it becomes an echo chamber of there's no one. You're not ever seeing what lays outside of that.
Very true. Very true.
Hank the Tank should join Brooks and Dunn. Absolutely.
They need to be. Yeah, let's go. You got
just
the right.
Add Waylon Jennings and Johnny Cash too, and we'll just get it all together.
Right. The New Day retains. The New Day retains.
So who you taking?
I'm gonna say the New Day. We're not done with them yet, but they're gonna put a shine on these boys first.
I have to. Oh, Wrestling for Life Universe! Don't you dare be sour. New Day wins this easily.
Dude, I thought you were gonna finish the sentence. Go, I take Brooks and Dunn.
I should have. God damn it! Just heel
turn, bitch. Hot tag to.
Actually, you know what? Fine. Screw it. You know what? I will. I've given them the name of Brooks and Dunn and messed up their name and everything instead of Brooks and Jensen. And
did you? That. I don't think you did.
I don't know who. Whatever.
Yeah. No, I love fucking with you. I want to see the Creed brothers take the titles off the New Day. That's a huge push for them to be great way to come cement them as a future star in the WWE. Yeah. I mean, why not? I like them, but I don't know how we got to get there.
I think singles pushes for the Creed brothers. I think that's where we're going with that.
You think we're done with the bros hanging out?
I think so. I think it was one of them. I can't remember whether it was. I think it might have been Julius. There was already reports coming out that they had singles and singles plans for him.
Yeah, I wonder. It's interesting because they haven't really done much as a tag team, but maybe they just don't see enough.
They've done, I think, enough. I think they've done some. They're just. Macy, Veer, and Sangha versus the New Day. Oh my God.
Yeah. That works.
Honestly, that's not a bad shout. I'd be here for that.
Yeah.
Industry versus New Day, 100%.
Yeah, why not? Right?
Right.
PG-17 is dead with Trips in charge. I don't know.
It died when it became a publicly traded company. People are acting like this shit. Like that whole idea just died. Like, no, that shit's rotted at this point. That ain't ever coming back. This is a publicly traded company. The most that they've hinted at it, they've talked about it, and I think they've still. This is the same company that's still under DX running everything. You have Hunter running WWE or main roster WWE, and you have Shawn Michaels running NXT. That still bleeps out holy SHIT chance and everything. So I think that whole, TV 14, that TVMA area is dead and gone, been dead and gone.
Right.
I don't know what you think. You can disagree, but.
No, I don't disagree at all. And I mean, I was just kind of interested in this comment as well, as far as, even the NXT trying to fill up the bigger arenas and that. And I don't think any of the shows are really consistently filling up that kind of arena. It's going to be a tough task, but 10,000 maybe.
Well, Christ, at this point, just offer a code to Mandy's fucking whatever subscription service there, and you'll start selling them shits like hotcakes.
Right. What do you think of? What do you think is Giant Gonzalez versus?
Yeah,
one of the worst things. Absolutely, that actually might be the worst ever. It's up there. I mean,
very much.
Yeah.
Giant Gonzalez as a whole. But so we have Kiana James watching Brooks and Jensen at ringside. I missed maybe the promo, or if it was in the promo to where it looks like she's trying to recruit them to her agency, what have you.
I don't know. I think they were
buying Robert Stone.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what the hell's going on, but she's going to fight for the bar next week. Not Cesaro and Sheamus, but
we are the bar.
Yeah, right? I won the bar.
Oh. Did you see this? She just won Claudio at a fucking claw game. Just see, I won the bar.
But I'm champion.
Right.
I guess
you can defend it here. They don't give a shit about it.
Yeah, no kidding.
New Day Rock as.
Now here's a question.
For Trouble in Paradise. Sorry.
Jericho held the Ring of Honor belt for 2 months. He defended it 4 or 5 dynamites in a row.
Right.
Oh! Ow! How often will Cesaro do the same?
On Dynamite or on
Dynamite right now, the way Jericho was. Two, grab the ropes.
Jensen looks like he's someone. Looked like he was halfway setting up for a Styles Clash or a powerbomb as he rolls out, makes the tag.
So close.
But I don't think we'll see that as much on Dynamite because we're starting to see the rumored changes that are going to be coming to Dynamite as far as from a production standpoint. We're getting Honor Club coming back to where that's going to allegedly be the home for Ring of Honor weekly television, of Tony's acknowledging that there was, I guess, too much Ring of Honor amongst his AEW. You put your chocolate in my peanut butter instead of my peanut butter in your chocolate. Pause. So I don't know if it's going to be on mainstream TV as much because we didn't even see, or at least I read a report to where, Discovery execs were trying to pull Jericho from the Ring of Honor pay-per-view, much like how WWE pulled Devon from the BCW pay-per-view.
Not quite the same thing, but they tried. I mean, they were concerned. Yeah. I mean, it's a valid point, right? Even the network.
Big ass boot to the face.
It's such an odd story, but I guess they did it anyway.
It's AEW. It's always going to be an odd story.
Nick's going to read to was the night before Watamis. Pause.
Don't fucking tempt me. Don't fucking tempt me. I'll show up here and I'll do my rendition of, "'Twas the night before Whatmas," and all through the house.
Oh, fuck.
Not a what word was stirring. Not even a what.
Macy, Veer, and Sangha versus New Day. Yeah, I like that show. Especially what they're doing with Veer and Sangha. I really think that could be next. Or around the corner.
Fair enough.
We got Kofi.
Who's out on a Kofi? 1, 2 count.
I do like the HBK uses a talent from the main roster that Triple H has nothing for. At least the wrestlers Triple H has nothing for can go to NXT instead of catering. True story.
Where's Dewdrop then?
She's busy.
In catering.
Yeah, definitely.
Working behind the fucking counter at this point, I feel like.
I mean, I think we'll see her at the Rumble, minimum.
Yeah, because they don't have that many people on the fucking roster.
Yeah, well, they're fixing that slowly. If Deanna shows up, Chelsea shows up, Nikki shows up.
Get the forbidden door as Xavier pops
Kyrie
Jensen on the turnbuckle, poison running from Kofi. Trouble in paradise.
Oh, Victor. I don't know yet. We'll let you know.
Kofi on the outside. Xavier going up top. Elbow drop.
We will be here for that live, folks.
3. Yeah, I might be here live for that.
Veer and Sangha versus Dijak and Zai Quinn. All right. Yeah. I think Dijak's going to be solo for a while.
Yeah. The Terminator only works alone. So the New Day picks up the win after they kind of just run roughshod over Brooks and Jensen there. Hit the Trouble in Paradise, set up with a big tope con Kofi, and then a elbow drop.
Right? The sponsors won't allow another attitude error. Yeah, it's kind of works.
Not wrong.
You're kind of stuck in a pickle.
Right. That's why Ben said that died a long time ago. Let that ship sail. That ain't coming back.
But they need to keep the total access to everything hardcore fans want from the past. It's not about the past. It's about finding a way to do it now. Keep it relevant. Move it forward. But you venture too much into, like I said, the problem with NXT is every time they clip to the back, it feels like a terrible TV show.
Fair enough. I want to say 3 things really quickly. Well, I guess honestly, main thing I want to point out is someone look at
Santa,
disheveled Santa there in the 3rd row, right in the middle of them, just shaking hands right now and clapping. But I was going to say, they were doing basically our intro there of, this is awesome. Right. This is awesome after the match. But then I turn around and I just see Santa like looking like
Santa's happy
out with a handshake.
You folks, it's Christmas week. Even Santa's at NXT.
Right, even Santa's there.
Right. Oh shit, we're not done yet. We got more.
Yeah, we still got a couple minutes of maybe some runovers. We've got Half Stacks there prepping himself to go in and talk to Dijak.
Oh, okay. Get in there. What are you waiting for?
And they just advertised NXT next, so we don't know what the hell is about to happen because we cut to Half Stack sitting there trying to amp himself up to go and talk to Dijak, which the man was T-Bar. Why are you fucking hyping yourself up to talk to T-Bar? But that's neither here nor there.
Didn't Waller say he wanted to shoot his shot tonight? And why is NXT coming up next on NXT?
That's what I was about to get to. That literally was about the next point that I was getting to. Of that, we just had Grayson Waller there. He's saying, "Come at me, bro," but we still have not had anything confirmed if we're getting a title match, anything like that.
Apparently not tonight. But
we never know. They could run over.
SmackDown Merry Christmas Friday night. We will be here live for the eve of Christmas Eve. And it's going to be a good one, folks. We got the doubleheader. We're going to be rolling through. Smile Mark, I agree with a lot of this. And I mean, it is interesting times. But they got to build some stars. They need some superstars. They've been too long.
I feel I half agree because I feel like we've built some stars at this point. Roman Reigns is a star.
Roman Reigns is a good example, but I think more than ever, if you ask somebody to name an active wrestler, it's a challenge for most people. Where at every other point in history, there was somebody that anybody off the street, name a wrestler, Cena, name a wrestler, The Rock, name a wrestler. So throughout time, there was always wrestlers that were named.
If we want to get into that whole debate while we're in a commercial break right now and everything, then you can get into the fact of literally there's so much content anywhere and everywhere. So that's why I'm very appreciative that anybody for anybody that spends a second here and everything, because there is so much goddamn content out there and everything.
Absolutely.
So I think that's part of it. If you're going to talk about ratings and everything, and someone tell me the last time you knew someone that had a fucking Nielsen rating box on their TV.
Right.
Go ahead. I'll wait. They're probably in a nursing home. Because that's the thing, is shit like that's just kind of fallen by the wayside. At this point, it's so hard to truly gauge outside of just kind of, I guess, feeling the vibe or social media interactions of clicks on YouTube videos, what have you, of what
I don't
ratings
even know where you're
get, everything.
Wait, where are you going?
Oh no, to where you're talking about how they can't build stars and everything like that. About that, there's so many different options that I feel like the gauge of what's a star and what's not is different at this point.
Yeah, but I mean, again, for me, it's household name. What are you breaking into pop culture and being household names? And right now, there's only a select couple that I would argue that are even close.
Fair enough.
That's all. I mean, in a comparable. And that's what they're trying to build now. They want people to, know who Braun Breaker is, know who, fucking Carmelo Hayes is by the end of all this. They want to develop the current people they have. They want to have more than just Roman Reigns as the big name,
Right.
NXT always ends at 10:05. We're not even there yet.
I was going to say, how do you know that?
NXT is running over. They consistently run over. He is accurate.
Right.
T-bar
baby. Yes, Chris.
Waller dead meat with Braun Strowman. When he Waller dead meat when Braun Strowman for the win.
Meat when Braun Strowman for the win.
Right, thank you.
English speak good, do you how?
Not even a little, huh?
Right. I think, long story short, does anyone, if we do get that match tonight somehow, some way, do we see Grayson Waller winning the NXT title over Braun Breaker?
No, I don't. I think Braun's going to continue to carry this belt for a while because Braun has nowhere to go up top right now. There's a big lineup and a lot of big names coming back. I think Braun's going to continue to carry this championship and have a substantial run.
Countdown to the new year, and it very much looked like they were teasing at January 10th. Well, how can it be a countdown when the New Year's passed? God damn it! But no, it looked like they were very much teasing to somebody coming back. I was waiting to see if it was a Tiffany Stratton promo or maybe a Charlotte, maybe.
Countdown to the new year, January 10th. That's the most confusing shit I've ever read in my life.
I'm a countdown to the shit that already went by me.
Right?
Oh, and now we've got in the shirt, we've got Veer and Sanga squaring up with the Creed brothers, or pretty much at this point, the Diamond Mine, because it's the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile.
Sanga! I like it.
He still makes Veer look fucking small. Goddamn.
Really crazy, right? Veer's gigantic. And look at Sanga next to him. It's crazy.
I'm jealous of the beard game.
Right.
I know we got the beard game on fleek, but goddamn.
Right. But man, that was a perfect example, right? You got the Diamond Mine. You want us to take them seriously. I didn't even know they were still a team. And then you have they're talking, but they're not even looking at each other. And they're doing those, just talk. Just say, listen, we want you to convey to the audience that you tried really hard tonight. Go. And just let them talk like normal. I know we gave it our all. Oh, fuck off.
Right.
It's killing me.
But so next week we are getting Wendy Chu versus Cora Jade. We're getting
I could see Carmelo
battle for the bar between Fallon Henry and Kiana James. So now we're putting literally a fucking bar on the line, a deed on the line.
The winners get Sheamus and Cesaro.
Well, and we've got right. We are the bar. We've got Wesley versus Tony D'Angelo. We've got Schism versus Odyssey Jones. We've got Schism versus Social Gathering at this point. Malik Jones or Odyssey Jones, Malik Blade, what have you. Oh, we're getting Grayson Waller coming out right now.
Right.
So it looks like we're at least gonna try and get him trying to bait Braun to come out.
Right? Yeah. So at least, I mean, they're announcing what's happening next week. It's not a bad card. We'll see how it shapes up. But yeah, we're on the hour mark. We're just coming up to the hour mark. And Waller's just coming out now. So I have no idea what's going to happen here. But I guess when he said, I'm going to shoot my shot, he meant.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It is puns.
Fuck it. I was thinking it. God damn it.
That Victor jumping the gun. He's 4.5 out of 10 already. Folks, if you want to get your prediction or your ratings in for tonight, by all means. Schism versus Hygiene. Hygiene?
You made it somehow worse. Versus Hygiene.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Prince on the sea. How do we...
Merry Christmas, folks. It's going to be a long week.
Right. We're only on day 2. And we already got you messed up on that wrestling.
That's funny as hell. Against Hygiene.
Grace Wallace saying, I am carrying this brand. Man, it looks like right now with the way you're dressed, the only thing you're carrying is a fucking cardboard sign asking for a handout. Like, you got your grandmother's fucking blanket as a coat and the worst ripped ass jeans on. Sorry.
Yeah, it's funny as hell, actually. Braun, yeah, okay. I do not think that 2022 they can do that.
No.
Nope.
No.
No.
And no. That's the most I'm going to say on that is just no.
Times have changed. 8.5 out of 10, Bobby says. So he's much happier than Victor.
Juice saying Braun is going to destroy this guy, but Braun could be moving up to the main roster. So you got to drop that title at some point there, big guy.
If you move Braun up, what would you do with him? Out of curiosity.
Well, I've got him at least showing up at the arena now. I'm glad to see you showed up late as shit to work, Braun. But no, I said for a hot minute, and granted my mind might have changed since then, but my initial thought with Braun is he's the one who takes the title off of Roman. You just literally fucking
but then so for me, he's not. You got to let Roman play out what Roman's got going on already. So I don't see him going up anytime soon. I don't think Waller beats him. I don't think Waller's the one. I think Hayes might be the one. I think you might have been onto something with Hayes taking the bell at some point. But I don't know if Waller. Can you imagine showing up next week and Waller's?
He just pretended that he knocked himself out with a spear. Oh my God, we're doing the Bret Hart. We're doing the Bret Hart Goldberg. We're doing the Bret Hart versus Goldberg with the fucking steel plate under the fucking jacket. Because Braun Breaker went with a spear and then I was like, that's a terrible sell of just fucking, I'm knocked out. Oh, he's got the flak jacket instead of the steel plate. But yeah, he's got a bulletproof vest on. He pulls out the steel plate. Snake literally did the Bret Hart versus Bill Goldberg fucking story.
And they didn't use a plate from fucking the Griswolds
that they went sledding with earlier.
Yeah, they didn't bring the saucer from the Griswolds.
Right? Holiday blow.
See, and this is what Waller brings to the table. He's done really well at being a pain in the ass, being a guy that really gets under everyone's skin.
He gets actual heel heat.
Yeah.
Versus, I'm going to outsmart you tonight. He's still cutting a promo on this man. But yeah, it goes back to he gets actual heel heat versus either go away heat or we're supposed to boo you, so we boo you even though we like you heat.
Yeah. No, I think this is one where he really gets under people's skin. He's arrogant. He's cocky. And when we talk about, we're like, oh, well, we saw the chat tonight. Braun's going to destroy him. Oh, is he? Okay, well, now you got to deal with a guy that's not just going to take him on physically, but he's got tricks up his sleeve, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm so surprised that they did the Bret Hart, Bill Goldberg spot of literally Braun shows up, just showing up like a bat out of hell. Of all of a sudden, he just happens to show up now. Like
I feel like
you're that late for work, my guy. You show up technically after the show should have been off,
right?
And then
we're just happy he didn't put his hand through the window. Thank you for being here.
Right. Yeah. 100%. And then turn around and hits the spear and then has to do the sell because he knocked himself out. But they did the actual bulletproof vest, the flak jacket, all of that. So I was wondering why he came out here looking like fucking broke pimp there with his coat all zipped up and shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I guess we kind of missed the point because when Waller said, I'm going to shoot my shot tonight, I thought he meant he wanted the match, but I guess not. So we are going to get that match at some point moving forward here. But, yeah, I mean, Waller gets round 1 goes to Waller for sure.
Right.
I mean, I like this, Chris. I think they could work together well.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Grayson Waller he does still, I feel like, need some work. Like the finisher's terrible. But eventually, like I was talking about, you need to eventually, Braun's got to drop that strap somewhere. Braun is very much, like I was saying with Roxy, Braun's the blue chip prospect when it comes out of NXT.
Hold the belt for like 400 days.
I
think he's going to hold that belt for like 450 days, 400 days.
Has he already?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. That's why I hesitated on my second answer.
Right.
He's going to go on a tear. Like, he's going to continue this. Like, he's just going to, no rush. There really is no rush. Now, could he drop it and then see if he can work from under for a while? Maybe.
Right.
6 out of 10 from Dale. Wait until New Year's Eve. Braun will outsmart you, Waller. Bobby.
New Year's Evil, which isn't happening this year, I believe.
No, it's not, actually. They're not back until Valentine's.
Well, that's as far as back as their premium live events, their special shows. They're not like AW that's got a special show going every week.
No, but they do once in a while, which is interesting. Same here. Greed A-Town, 5.5 out of 10.
Ooh,
I think
aggressive.
A lot of people weren't thrilled. I mean, I'm kind of in the same ballpark. I think 6 is a fair assessment tonight of what we got. It didn't fail. It wasn't awful. I was entertained. I thought the opening match was pretty good. I like Carmelo. The ending was pretty good. The New Day are fun. Okay.
Fair enough. I guess I feel like I was going off of our interactions and everything versus what was actually happening on NXT. Like, no, if I was just tuning in and all right, so shit, that happened. All right, that happened. Yeah. So I'll go 5.5.
Fair enough.
A bit above over mid, a bit under you. Pause. Why you gotta say it like that after I just said that? Why you gotta do that? But I'll say 5.5.
5.5 seems fair, dude. 7.5 from Damien. Then listen, if I was going on the merits of like every time they did one of those skits in the back or in the parking lot, I absolutely hated it. I could give this show a 2, but I mean, giving it merits on what it is and being a developmental, trying to figure shit out, it was overall a pretty good show. I wasn't bored.
Feeling that whole holiday spirit.
I'm feeling happy, feel good vibes. All I'm missing is a little umbrella in my drink. There we go. 7.5. Good night, Bobby. 6 out of 10. Yeah,
wait,
man.
I like how we've gotten. I feel like, what's the fucking old show to it's like, good night, Jim Bob. Good night. I feel like we've gotten this of like, or what was it? Good night, Bobby. Good night, KJ. Good night, Victor.
Right. Victor is adamant about his opinion here. 4 out of 5. Best he's doing.
No NXT title, no NXT women's title, no North American title matches. 4 out of 5. Right, but you also still got NXT tag titles. You got NXT women's tag titles, and you were almost going to get an NXT championship match.
It's true.
Right. It
was decent.
I think you really nailed it on the head, though, when you said earlier about how this is kind of just a hold position period when it comes to WWE.
Dun, dun, dun. Classic.
Nerd.
But with all that being said, folks, that was NXT tonight. I mean, overall, pretty good show. Not great, not absolutely awful, but it hung. Yeah, not bad. Kind of true. So, I mean, I'll give it the merit for where it is. 7.5. They showcase a lot of women's division there. That's a positive. There you go. I don't disagree. They need to work on, they got to try and find a way to get it around scripting these athletes so heavy. They're not actors and actresses. Not many of them anyway.
It's so funny because I was going to go one way with what you said there. And the second you said scripted and everything, I was thinking, well, at least we didn't get scripts.
No shit, right? We did not get scripts this week. So,
yeah. He got writer's block. He couldn't show up.
Have Braun go over Goldberg at Mania. Have Daddy Rick and Uncle.
No, fuck.
Could you imagine?
And then Scott's just hitting fucking push-ups on the entrance ramp. Scott would that's a wet dream for Scott right there. Of just, yes, fucking yes.
Just don't give Scott a pre-match mic. You can't do it.
Have Scott on commentary. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right?
Have Scott on commentary for Braun Breaker versus Goldberg. Right. And just shut up and take my money.
Yeah, no kidding.
Have that on the pre-show. That's the main
event of the pre-show. Work him into a wrestling show because he's highly entertaining.
Who's what?
You can't work him into a fucking wrestling show because he's highly entertaining
and highly unstable.
That's the problem.
There's the problem. There lies the issue.
We're like, he didn't go to AEW. I'm like, could you imagine Tony Khan trying to have a conversation?
Tony Khan couldn't handle CM Punk. Trying to handle fucking Scott Steiner.
Tony Khan got.
This man thinks he can talk to cows. Right. You ain't handling that shit.
Well, moo.
Can you imagine? All I picture right now, instead of because I'm old, I'm tired, and I work with fucking children, is Scott Steiner next to Tony Khan at the All Out press conference. Moo.
I'm old, I'm tired, and we used to chase cows.
I'm old, I'm tired, and I don't know how to moo.
Same bad time, same bad channel. Stay safe. But yeah, Victor,
love you. Larry, bye. Peace.
Chris, Lauren, all of the above, everyone who showed up here tonight. Was JV here tonight? No, maybe not.
He was here in spirit. He's the holiday spirit.
There we go. A-Town. But yeah, everyone that shows up even for a minute on these shows, thank you. Day 3 of Christmas week is coming at you. AEW Dynamite Holiday Bash. We'll see how that goes. Another 2+ hour stream. We will not stop. We were here all week long. And folks, just like, subscribe. And remember, if you don't catch us live, you can always watch us back. There is a bunch of playlists down below. Just hit play all and have a listen to our shenanigans. And we'll keep you up to date on all the wrestling.
Right. I don't know how to top that now. I was trying to think of what you were talking of how to top that. I can't do that. But so I'll just end it with our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you better put that 4 live with it.
And see you on the flip side. Ho, ho, ho.